Hi everyone! Today we are going to talk about the country Cambodia. Cambodia, officially the Kingdom of Cambodia, is a Southeast Asian country bordered by Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, and the Gulf of Thailand. Its capital and largest city is Phnom Penh. With a population of over 17 million, Cambodia is predominantly Buddhist. The official language is Khmer, and it functions as a constitutional monarchy with a parliamentary system. Cambodia is renowned for its rich cultural heritage, especially the iconic Angkor Wat temple complex, a symbol of the Khmer Empire. Today, the country is focused on economic growth and modernization while still confronting challenges from its recent past. So now, let's talk about the historical background of Cambodia. The first one is ancient period. In the ancient period, Cambodia has been inhabited since prehistoric times, with early Neolithic settlements. The Funan and later Chenla kingdoms emerged in the early century AD and were influenced by Hinduism and Buddhism from India. Secondly is the Khmer Empire. The Khmer Empire marked Cambodia's golden age, when it was founded by Jayavarman II in the 9th century. It ruled much of mainland Southeast Asia, with Angkor as its cultural and architectural center. The empire built grand temples like Angkor Wat and Bayon, but declined in the 15th century due to internal conflict, environmental issues, and inventions.
Now let's look at Cambodia political system. Cambodia operates as a constitutional monarchy with a parliamentary system. King Norodom Sihamoni serves as the ceremonial head of state, while executive power is held by the Prime Minister. In August 2023, Hun Manet, son of longtime leader Hun Sen, assumed the role of Prime Minister following his father's resignation after nearly 4 decades in power. Despite the leadership transition, the Cambodian People's Party, CPP, maintains a dominant position in politics. The July 2023 general elections were criticized internationally for lacking fairness, particularly due to the disqualification of main opposition party, the Candlelight Party, on technical grounds. Human rights organizations report continued suppression of dissents, including the imprisonment of opposition figures and restrictions on independent media. Cambodia is also rated as not free by Freedom House, reflecting significant limitations on political rights and civil liberties. Moving on to the Cambodia's economy. Cambodia has a growing mixed economy, meaning it's still developing but has a mix of both private and government-controlled sectors. Before COVID-19, the economy was growing strong, with an average growth of about 7% per year. It's been recovering well since the pandemic. The country's economy relies heavily on a few key sectors. The garment and textile industry is the biggest export, bringing in a lot of money. Agriculture plays a major role too, with crops like rice, rubber, cassava, and a focus on fisheries. Tourism also helps the economy, especially thanks to the famous Angkor Wat. Plus, there's a lot of development in constructions and real estate, particularly in cities like Phnom Penh. But Cambodia does face some challenges. It depends a lot on foreign investments, especially from China, which can create vulnerabilities. There are also issues like corruption, a weak legal system, and youth unemployment, because many young people lack the skills needed for the job market. On top of that, there are concerns about the environment and land rights disputes. The country's official currency is the Cambodian riel, but you'll find that the US dollar is used widely for everyday purchases in Cambodia.
For the social lifestyle in Cambodia, greeting in Cambodia is a sampaya, which involves placing both hands together in a prayer-like gesture and bowing slightly. It is used when greeting someone, saying goodbye or showing respect. And for the dress code and modesty, when visiting temples, visitors should ensure their shoulders and knees are covered. Visitors should avoid wearing short shorts, see-through blouses, or loose-fitting, lightweight clothing is recommended to keep cool in the tropical climates. Shoes should be removed before entering someone's home or a temple. Visitors also should wear socks or bring an extra pair of footwear for this purpose. For table manner and dining etiquette, proper seating arrangements are highly valued. Elders are seated first, and Guests are expected to wait until they are directed to their seats. Cambodian dining custom involve using chopsticks, and it is essential to use them with care and respect. When not in use, chopsticks should be placed neatly on the chopstick raised on the table. Whenever taking fruit from a shared dish, use the back end of your chopstick to avoid contaminations. Be cautious and offer food to others before taking it for yourself, and always remember to say somto, which means excuse me, before taking food or reaching across someone to get something. Chunben Day is commonly known as Ancestor Day. It's a festival where people pay tribute to their family elders through food, offerings, and celebrating with their family. Visiting the temple is necessary during the 50 days of the festival and making sure you spend time with your family. The Khmer New Year, which signifies the end of the harvest season, is the biggest festival in Cambodia. Otherwise known as Chol Nam May, locals celebrate this with their families by doing purification ceremonies and going to the temple. They also play traditional games between families and friends at this time to properly celebrate the end of the season. Additionally, the hardworking farmers are further celebrated by having time off from the field to be with their families.
Today, I will talk about some big problems Cambodia is facing. First, politics. Cambodia has become almost a one-party state. The ruling party CPP controls everything. Opposition leaders like Sun Chanti are jailed or banned. The courts are not fair, and people who speak against the government are often punished. Second, economy. Cambodia economy is weak after COVID-19. The construction and real estate markets are slowing down. Many people have high debt and businesses are struggling. The economy also depends too much on a few sectors and is not prepared for global shock. Third, environment. Illegal logging and cutting down forests are harm nature and local communities. Environmental activities like outlaying are arrested and threatened. The government often targets people who try to protect the environment. Second, human trafficking and cybercrime. Cambodia is a center for human trafficking and online scams. Journalists who report this crime, like Mitch Dara, are arrested. Other countries are worried, but the Cambodian government hasn't done enough. The fifth one, security and foreign influence. Cambodia is getting closer to China, especially with the Ream naval base. Western countries are concerned China might use it for military reasons. Cambodia says it open to all, but many do not believe that. In conclusion, Cambodia has many problems: political, economic, environmental, and international. Solving them will need real change and more fairness.
So, in conclusion, Cambodia is a South Asian nation which is rich in cultural heritage and home to Angkor Wat, operates as a constitutional monarchy, but is politically dominated by the Cambodian People Party. While the economy grows through garment, agriculture, tourism, and construction, it faces challenges like corruption, youth unemployment, and heavy reliance on foreign investment. Democratic freedom are restricted with opposition, suppressed, and media control. Social custom emphasize respect, modern dress, and traditional dining ethic, which is especially during major festivals like Pichumban and Khmer New Year. However, the country struggles with democratic opposition, environmental degradation, cybercrime, and geopolitical tension due to close ties with China, affecting its path towards sustainable development.